Joined now by John Tillman, head coach of Maryland's lacrosse team. And Coach, I always believe in letting our viewers kind of in behind the curtain if I can. You and I are having a text chain earlier, and you're helping me understand the big picture here. And I want you to help our viewers kind of understand this, because on theory, I'm psyched for the men and women from the spring sports that are going to get another year. But from your perspective and from the school's perspective, how challenging is it going to be to sort out the logistics of it all?
Yeah, I think all of us as coaches, we spend so much time with our athletes, and you build those strong relationships. So you're excited for them to potentially have another opportunity to do, one of the things they're very passionate about. But to your point, we're in uncharted waters here. There's a lot of things that need to be talked through and worked out, and we're going to have some conversations, not only within our university, but within our conference to kind of figure out where we go from here.
Well, you guys were, you're 5-1, you're ranked in the top 6, you had a really good team, and it was still early in the season, so it's hard to know where things would have landed, but you got talent, right? But, you're going to bring in talent, too. You had a young team. If you had all the freshmen come in next year and people stick around, if this year's freshman class stayed freshmen, how many freshmen would you have?
Well, and that's a concern, is you're talking about having potentially 2 freshman classes. And so that's something that certainly we would have to work through. I'm not sure every family has budgeted for 5 years of lacrosse. We only have 12.6 scholarships that we divide up amongst our players. So it's very rare that someone's going to school for free. So, there are some families that are going to have to make some decisions. When you talk to most young athletes, if they get another opportunity to pursue something they're passionate about, I think they would sign up. But there's a lot more to it. The finances, you have to figure out, okay, you have an extra year. What are we going to do academically? We have to keep you eligible. So there's a lot of things that over the next month, we're all going to have to sort out and talk about. And it's going to be a student athlete by student athlete situation.
John, as you spoke to your fellow coaches there at Maryland Spring Sports, maybe all of them, just sort of their reaction to this, and then within the sport, if you've traded messages within the coaching fraternity in lacrosse, how has this been received?
I think everybody was a little surprised. I think, being an equivalency sport and realizing that, there are other sports that generate a whole lot more revenue. We certainly had enough time to kind of look at the financial implications and the expenses and everything involved. If every student athlete came back that was a spring sport athlete, and we've gotten some of those numbers, and they're significant. Certainly the easiest thing to do would have been just to say, hey, we just can't do it. But I do think, obviously they came out with a narrative, 3 weeks ago. And I think it was probably going to be difficult to walk that back, that based on, my understanding. But there were a whole lot of things to factor in if we were going to go down this road. And I think that's really what the next few weeks are going to be like. We're just going to have to go through all these different scenarios we've never been through before.
I don't know how you know who's graduating. No one's even going to class. There's so many questions that I know you don't and I don't have the answer to. I know it was a whole lot more fun when I was just tweeting out, be the best, and watching you guys play lacrosse. And we look forward to next spring when you guys are back out there doing that. Between now and then, let's hope we all stay safe. And, John, I appreciate you taking some time to help me understand something that's obviously just now kind of happening in front of us. So stay safe, all right?
Thank you.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.